Hello everyone, it's Fairiekin. Before I begin the video, I must address something. I'm sure you all probably remember these designs, and if you don't, go watch part 2, you heathen. I would like to address the fact that I did make the design for the clothes, but this base right here, I did not draw that. That was drawn by Rika Dono, and you can find their art in the description below. They're extremely talented. I have nothing else to say other than I'm sorry. Okay, let's get into the rest of the video. This is the last installment, part 3, of my Bunnarium series. Today, I will be making the face-up. I had a few ideas for her face-up, and I really wanted her to be cute. But Toralai's face mold is made to make her look angry, so I have to combat her mold in order to make her look cute. I tried a few different eye shapes, and decided that I wanted to try to make her eyes as large as possible. Looking back at this footage, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. Had I played with the values and the style, it probably would have been fine, but I didn't like it, so I took it off. After I had a few struggles with her mold, I actually did a practice run with digital art, and I found that, at least in my style at this time, I am able to make her glamorous but not exactly cute. I think I mostly need practice, honestly, but it's okay. I went in with some lighter blushing, some more gentle tones, smaller eyes, and a softer expression. I paint in her eyes with white so that my Prismacolor watercolor pencils will be opaque. I paint on her black bunny nose, and from here, it's all about getting the values right, the shapes consistent, and the expression soft and cute. I add details like eyelashes, waterlines, and highlights to the eyes. I also add lines to the lips to convey more realism. While we're here, I want to talk about the closed species concept. This was my first experience working with an artist in this way, so some of my info might not be 100% accurate to every artist. When I first saw Wenzi's tweet about their MYO event on DeviantArt, I was immediately thinking, oh my goodness, I'm in love with this concept. So I contacted them, got my MYO ticket, and with all of their permissions, I got to work. There's been a little bit of confusion in my comments about this, so let me clear some of that up. For this particular artist, there are 3 types of adoptable species requirements. Open, everyone can make one, regardless of traits. Semi-closed, everyone can make one, but can only add the traits that have been made available. And closed. This means that you cannot make one or draw one unless you have a make your own or MYO ticket, or by adopting an existing design approved by the artist. Wen has MYO events regularly, so if you want to draw one or make one, follow the links down below to keep up with what's going on in the Bunnarium world. Wen has developed a fantastic amount of lore. It's all really awesome. Go look at it. Your eyes will be pleased. I hope I covered everything effectively, and if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. From here, I add my UV resin to gloss the eyes and lips, and her face up is done. I attempt to unwrap her hair. I pinned the material around her face before the glue inside of her head dried, and well, my pins got stuck. So the lesson here is, don't be stupid. Let the glue dry. I take out her hair and mess with it a little bit to decide what I want to do with it. While I thought about this, I will cut her ears off in preparation for her rabbit ears. The reason I didn't do this during the body mods is because I wasn't entirely sure whether I wanted to make her a lop or to give her upright ears. I wanted to wait until I could see what looked best for the design. I made a wire armature and wrapped it in foam. Now, this was a bad idea. Initially, I was going to cover the foam in flocking, but it was ugly. So I didn't do that. So I made a new armature, covered those in some pink fabric, made some hair out of yarn, layered that from top to bottom to hide the glue. I trim that and add orange soft pastels for shading and variation. From here, I glue the ears in with E6000 glue, and I curled her hair using the metal part of a paintbrush that I heated up and then wrapped the hair around it. Because I am an innovative, crazy person. I add some shells to her hair to carry the sea vibes over from the aquarium in her stomach. I add flowers on the other side because she is also a summer Bunn, and as an extra little added detail, I added a butterfly on her ear. On Wen's sheet for the Bunnarium traits, there's an option for single color body markings, which I chose but nearly forgot about until I finished the doll. So I painted them in brown, and the markings don't necessarily mean anything specific. I just painted on what I thought would be visually interesting. Because I'm lazy sometimes, I'm sorry. And with that, she's done. I decided to name her Sazia Arium. I adore how she came out. I definitely need to practice making things cute, though. Again, thank you so much to Wen-Shark for the MYO event. It has been an absolute pleasure talking with you and looking at your beautiful work. Your beautiful work led to my beautiful work, and I am so happy to have worked from your concepts. And really quickly, I must address something else. So, I woke up this morning with 3,000 subscribers and an email from YouTube saying that I can now start getting paid off of what I do. That's a big deal. And that's only happened because of you guys. There's so many videos like this and they all say the same thing, but there's only really one thing to say, and that's thank you. But yeah, this is a big deal to me. Back in December, I was told that I had to delete my channel because of COPPA and all of those policies that were threatening to, you know, sue creative people like me. So that was wild. But yeah, it's less about the numbers right now and more about the fact that I'm still here as a person and as a channel. So thank you. I've been sort of uncomfortable talking about my numbers because there's so many bigger things happening than my numbers right now. But I felt that it was dishonest not to address it because it's a big deal to me as a person. I'm having a hard time articulating what I'm feeling. There's a lot of things that go into this rather than just like, wow, 3,000 people and some bots like my content. I just want to let you all know that your lives matter. There's a lot of things happening in it, and it's all really huge. It's made everything feel really small, but I want you to know that your life is important, and what you do is important. Because everyone's viewpoints and everyone's worlds are being challenged right now. And that's good. That's going to allow for a lot of growth for a lot of people, myself included. But it's gonna be hard, and I'm sorry about that. I hope you're all doing okay. Make sure to remind someone that you love them. Sometimes they forget. I think that's everything. So, thank you. Bye.